Yo,
What's up?
hey, we back, y'all.
What's the deal, man? It's Actors Take 5. Fizz Eye.
Take 5.
We out here.
Take 5.
Me and my guy Slack.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? We the hottest local actors in around.
Yeah, we
you know
are.
what I'm saying? On
we
our
are.
block.
You ain't lying
The
about
hottest
that.
on our block.
You ain't lying
know
about
what I'm saying?
that. It's just me and Ree on the block, but he ain't lying,
Just
though.
us. You know what I mean? Because we done invited a lot of our actor friends, and they ain't showed up yet.
They busy.
We told them when and where we filming, and they ain't showed up yet to come join us on the Actors
Only
Take.
one of them is busy, for sure, I know right now.
Yeah. Two
Just
of
one.
them. Two of them.
Two.
Because I think I know you talking about.
Yeah.
But y'all better get out here, man.
Come on, man.
We talking about
What we talking about today?
Snowfall just ended.
Ooh-wee.
And I think it had one of the most talked about endings of a show for a long time. I can remember Power was talked about a lot.
Yeah.
But
The ending of Power?
the ending of it, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk today about some of the most memorable show endings, whether they were good or bad. But let's start with Snowfall, man.
Let's start with Snowfall, man.
Loved it or hated it?
I loved it.
Tell me why you loved it.
I loved
Swag.
it because I felt like what they did with Franklin. I think a lot of people wanted to see more gunplay and all that, but we saw
The whole series.
we saw a bunch of that. You know what I'm saying?
and we see it in everything.
And we see it in everything. But the story they did was he allowed himself to consume himself, and let that take over. You know, him thinking rational.
And what I thought was masterful about that a lot of people didn't talk about was if you after you see the end and you just think back. I didn't even go and watch back, but just think back to some of the things that he done over those seasons, and it was like, yo, they was coming toward this end.
Yeah.
At least it seemed like to me. I was like, wow, these are basically like there were breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, in seasons past. And I was like, wow, for it to end up like that, I thought it was thought provoking.
Oh my God!
I thought I didn't think it was gonna happen. I didn't predict that ending, did you?
No. No, because I had a conversation with somebody and we was talking, and the conversation was somebody's gonna die. It's between Louis, Franklin, Rome, Sweet. I felt like his mom, I felt like somebody was gonna die. When his mom did that shit, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's no.
And we kind of late now, but spoiler alert: if you ain't watching,
Oh, that's on y'all. That's on you.
might want to turn this off.
No, that's on you. That's on you. If you ain't seen it, that is
By
on
now.
you. But yo, the ending was so. I loved it because we wasn't expecting that. You go from seeing, and this happens in real life. This happens in real life.
Yes.
You could be on top of the world. You could be the number one guy for years. And then all of a sudden, if you're not smart enough to understand that, all right, I need to change. You know, I need to step back and do something different.
Right.
You know, you'll kill your own empire.
And it's a million war stories out here.
Oh yeah.
It's guys with war stories. There are some Franklins out here.
Oh yes,
You
it
know
is.
what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
So I appreciate it for that because it didn't let him go out, you know, and die or go to jail.
Yeah, we didn't want to see that.
Right.
We
It
didn't want to
showed
see
another
that.
side that can happen too. You know what I'm saying? It's guys in the hood right now that probably they watch that, they like, damn, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't do what I coulda, shoulda, woulda done when I coulda, shoulda, woulda done it.
Why you think people didn't like that ending though? Why you think that?
I think a lot of times people are they're you know creatures of habit and they just want to see blazes of glory and they want to see the same thing again. And then at the same time, you know, like I know you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. And I think one thing that I learned from being a storyteller and a filmmaker, I read books about it all the time. And one of the things that I learned is like there's a reason why Spider-Man gonna always get made, right? It's familiar. You know the character, you know the theme, you know what's going to happen for the most part. They just going to insert villain after villain, change Spider-Man suit color a bunch of times. But the masses that you're going to sell tickets to, you have to sell them something familiar.
Yeah.
Right? Those movies, they go. The movies that you got to think a little bit about and you got some type of complex plot or some story that hasn't been really told, those are greenlit less in Hollywood because they're risks. And at the end of the day, it's a business. So the people investing their money, they're not filmmakers and storytellers. They want their money back.
They want their money back.
So they're like, how can I get my money back? Is it Spider-Man, right? Or is it Water Girl,
Yeah.
right? I ain't never heard of Water Girl. That's not gonna pack the theaters.
Nope.
So to your point, why didn't people like the ending? I think it was an atypical ending. And I think that's one of the reasons I loved it.
Me too. Oh my God. Look, everything came out of left field. And I feel like people who are that's in that industry, actors and writers, I feel like everybody was at the edge of their seat. And we was all in shock. Especially when, we saw, like, they gradually let us see his change.
Right.
Like, from him, like, drinking and stuff like that, they gradually let us see that. And even in the scene where I did not think that he was going to kill the dude who opened the safe.
Right.
And I just felt like,
Right.
all right, look, he's really off the deep end right now.
Well, I liked it late because
I didn't like it at first.
I didn't either.
I didn't like it at
It was
first.
two things I did not like. Three, actually, and we could get to those because I'm sure you got some too. At first, I didn't like that.
Me neither.
But then when I thought about it, I'm talking about like probably a week or more after seeing it, when I thought about it again, or I was talking about it with somebody, I said, yo, that makes sense. Because what happened was he was defeated because he thought Peaches had so
that
much
money
more of
left.
that money, right? He was defeated. So he first sat in that defeat. Let's put it in your pocket. Go ahead. But he had a chance to think about how much he needed that little 12 grand.
Yeah.
And that's why he murked Main Man.
Damn, I ain't think about it like that.
It wasn't a I'm crazy, John. It was a, nah, I can't let that nigga take that 12 grand.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it like
Right?
that, though.
And
Yeah.
once that hit me, I was like, I like it. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. Because he was gone. Frank, his mind was gone.
yeah, he was-
So
he
he
was-
wasn't about to let no 12 grand walk.
No. But all right, so I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. But then again, I understood it.
Go ahead.
The wife
Okay, because that's one of my hates.
taking the fucking money.
Mine's wasn't even about the money. I fuck with her taking about the money. Talk. You go first though, because you brought her up.
I just felt like, I mean, I didn't like it, but I didn't like it as an actor in the actor sense. Meaning, I did like it.
Okay.
Her character was to make you either like what she did, and I think all the females did, and then men perspective was like, yo, that's your husband, why you ain't ride with him? But I understood. She was giving him an outlet.
Yeah.
She was giving him an outlet. Yo, we can sell this, and blah, blah, blah. You'll have X amount of money. And this nigga, he
still wanted to do it his way.
Franklin was stuck in his ways.
He was. So here's what I hated about the wife.
Her
And
looks.
I'm told that too.
Okay.
But not even necessarily her looks. I do think they could have got someone more attractive, but that ain't bother me. But what bothered me was she was ominous from the season before when she came in. She was an ominous character that made you feel like she was going to double cross him. I thought every time we seen her, I was waiting for the double cross.
I thought she was working with the feds or some shit like
I
that.
did too. I didn't know what the double cross was going to be, but I'm like, this shorty is going to be Franklin's downfall, right? And the part that I think they missed, because they introduced the mom, that storyline went nowhere.
Yeah.
That we didn't need the mom to connect him to, the pop, because his guy ended up finding the pop anyway.
Right.
So we didn't need all of that. What I would have liked from V, and I think was probably one of the hugest misses, right? And there's probably people out there that love her for other reasons that I'm not thinking about. But here's why I hated V's character. What y'all shoulda, coulda, woulda done was make her super likable. She should have been a type of character that dudes wanted to fuck. Man, Franklin wife bad as shit. Franklin wife thorough as shit. She do everything. Franklin wife this, Franklin wife, right? And women too should have respected her. She a rider for her man. That's just how I be. Da 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 da. She should have been a rider to no end and the best possible wife, up until
He did that shit.
he did that shit, and she should have bounced, because we would have been so invested. Like if we it would just been more edge of our seat. If we could have been like, well, at least he got V. She gonna bust a move. I know V gonna do this. Da 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 da. Like V could have, should have, would have even caught a body for him somewhere along the line. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we could have been like, not V too. I wanted to be like that, but I was just waiting for V to do the double cross. I'm like, all right, V part coming. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only reason I ain't really like V character. I didn't feel like she added nothing. I felt like from the time we met her, what she ended up being, she was.
No. Now, I think she added something, and she added what you was just saying. She added a little bit of, she added some suspense, but we just never, we didn't get it till the end.
I think
you know
we
what
got
I mean?
what we knew we was gonna get though.
I didn't see that coming. Well, hold on. We didn't see it coming till he put his hands on her. And I was like,
I think that just made it definite though.
Oh, yeah.
I think they put that in the story to give you the was she or wasn't she factor.
Right.
But I think that just made it definite.
Yeah, because it probably, if you looking at it, probably was still 50-50 because we still felt like she was a rider regardless to Franklin. You know what I'm saying?
But see, I ain't feel like that because of the mom character.
Like
they gave us that whole, she had a scamming background.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary.
It was.
Like y'all should have made us feel like this woman would never do Franklin dirty. And then the hands around the neck joint still would have worked. Cause we would have all felt the type of way, like, damn, Frank don't grip V up. But you ain't care in the moment.
Right.
In the moment, you was like, Frank crazy right now. He gonna grip her up. But ain't nobody feel like I wanted to jump to V's defense.
No, hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're right, because number one, she wasn't attractive. If that was a pretty girl, we would be like, yo, why the fuck you doing that to her?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He put his hands on around her neck, and I was like, yeah, grab that bitch. But then, no, wait, hold on.
Calm down.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna get turned on by this.
Wait, like what the fuck? But let me ask you a question. Why do you think the mom killed Teddy? Do you think Teddy was actually about to give the right numbers, or do you feel like Teddy had something up his sleeve? Give him the numbers, or we still gonna kill him.
I believe that I knew Teddy was going to die.
Yeah.
I felt like you had to give, some characters some victory. And I still think that Teddy dying was Franklin victory. Here goes screen again. There you go.
Oh man.
It got to be something with the USB, but I'm gonna fix it. But nonetheless, I think Teddy dying was a Franklin victory. I think it was obviously a mom victory because he killed.
When he said that shit, damn, Alden, whatever.
He told she said, is he really in Puerto Rico?
He said, man, fuck no, I shot him 2 times in the head.
He said, are you fucking kidding me right now? You fucking kidding me right now?
You fucking kidding me? No, fuck no,
I shot him 2 times in the head. Like, man, you ain't really think this player was alive.
Oh, that struck a nerve with her.
But I don't think that I think we're supposed to believe he was going to give the money. That's what I think. I don't think that he was going to flim-flam, but I do believe what Leon said was true.
What?
When Franklin came back to the projects trying to get money from Leon, he was like, why do you think she did that? Mm-hmm. And he was like, to protect you. I think that the mom story, in my opinion, left no cause for thought or interpretation. I felt like she felt like the only way to save Franklin at this point is from himself. She understood who and how Teddy was, and that as long as he was alive, Franklin wasn't going to be no type of free. You know what I'm saying? So if you really think about it, like even when they showed us the broken down Franklin, he was free.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He just still, whatever choices he could have, would have, should have made when he had some sanity, he fell off the deep end.
Yep.
But his mom technically kept him safe and set him free by killing Teddy.
And you're so right about that, because he never went to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
Like this nigga was walking around. I'm like, yo, Franklin ain't in jail. Like his mom in jail. And that's one thing I love about that writing piece, that writing part, is because the woman's unconditional love, right, for their man, but a mother's unconditional love for their son. It's when they say I will die for my kids, literally that's what she did. She's spending the rest of her life in prison
on purpose too.
On purpose, because she did not have to do that.
Yeah, she blamed him and said
she
take
did
me
not
away.
have to do that, and it leaves so much for us to think. Like the KGB still took the other bull. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I just felt like they had us in this big confusion type thing. Who gonna hear? What's about to happen? All right, is he gonna really kill? Is Teddy gonna give him the money? We wasn't expecting Teddy to die. The mom killed Teddy. They gave the ball back to the KGB. So now we all up like, what's about to happen? Franklin go to the bank to go get some money, and then when he can't get the money, now he calling, and his wife is gone with the mom. Did she leave with the mom? I think the mom left already though.
The mom had
the mom had left.
Yeah, we don't know where she went, so she could have went. She could have went off with the mom.
And he
Franklin
went
to sell the house.
Right, he tried to sell. He went to the jail. Like
Sign these papers.
You sign these papers. He said, what kind of mother is you?
She was like,
yo, he was cursing his mom. I said, what kind of mother is you, bitch?
Right.
I'm like,
he called her everything. You did this to me. And
I ain't like Leon letting his girl go though. I ain't like that. I mean, his wife. I didn't like that part.
So I said it was three things I didn't like.
I didn't like that.
That was also one of them. I felt like they didn't wrap Leon up the right way, but I understood that Leon had to return, but he could have also left to return. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to let his wife go back to Africa by themselves after showing us how good of a life they were living over there. Because Leon came back for nothing.
He came back. He really did.
He came back for nothing.
He really came back for nothing.
He just came back, got into some shit, was back in cahoots with Franklin and the whole biz, but he didn't have any reason that they came back. That was weird.
That was beyond weird. I really didn't get it, but I could not understand for the life of me. And when she said to him, you're not even gonna ask me why I'm going or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, nigga, you ain't gonna say nothing. And he was like, no.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That was something that's probably the only thing I didn't understand. I even understood the Louis part, like before the Louis thing happened with Gustavo, and he was like, they was on her. Franklin couldn't tell her though, till she helped him.
Yeah.
But I did like that those people at the horse stable didn't turn her in.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm mad that she didn't kill that fucking cop though.
Yeah, she should have murked him.
You saw that he paged you,
especially where they were in that time. She should have murked them, but I guess they was just saying that wasn't Louis' heart. You know what I'm saying, to do something like that, even after everything she had been through and all that. But he should have got murked. He should, even if not for what she got put through because of him. He should have got murked.
A lot of people didn't get murked on that joint.
Yeah. That shit had.
A lot, and so that just leave up for people talking about like, they're doing maybe some spinoffs or some prequels and stuff like that. So would you want to see a prequel to, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because I'll be fucking words up. With Louis, not the cop. What's the homie name we were just talking about that didn't get
Leon?
Leon. I think I would want to see something with Leon.
See, I don't know if
But I don't know if it's gonna work though.
I don't know if you could do a prequel
to
Snowfall, because if you think about it, none of them were anybody's before that.
Yeah, true.
Like we didn't.
Oh, true. That's right.
We didn't get thrust into a world.
They grew into that.
Yeah, we
grew
we
into
started with them, so that's a tough one. They was all, Rome was selling weed.
Yeah.
But they was all like local, regular. Franklin and,
Yeah.
and Leon was kids, and they other homie that Franklin killed earlier on.
Yeah.
I forget his
I
name.
forgot his name, but yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, we grew with them, so you would have to do spinoffs, like Power did before Snowfall. But
Well, would you want to see a spinoff though? I wouldn't mind seeing a spinoff with Louis.
Nah, I wouldn't. I think Snowfall was good for what it was. I think they gave us enough. They got
There's
6
certain
seasons.
things you can't touch.
They syndicated. It ain't nothing else that's like so loose that I'm like, let's see the story on that. Nah, I think it's a Dunyan. And I think it's a good segue to go where we going next is
I like how you did that.
it's a lot of endings that we've seen over the years. And we could just, go back and forth and bring some of them up. But let's talk about some of the best show endings.
The best show ending
that we've seen.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go first with a very controversial one.
This is the best one though. Best ending.
It's still the best, and I have an opinion that's unpopular on it. Game of Thrones, and I'm gonna tell you why I still give Game of Thrones one of the best endings of all time.
50-50. Is 50-50 with you?
No, it's
all the way the best.
I don't know if it's the best. We'll keep talking and maybe you bring something up or I bring something up where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with that one. However, I do believe the Game of Thrones is the best TV I've ever watched, right? And I believe that, and again, spoiler alert if you've never seen Game of Thrones, but
No, fuck y'all. I ain't never seen that shit. Come on, man.
I believe it's the best TV show ever. And I believe it still has the best ending ever, although I think the ending was, I forget if it was 6 or 8 episodes, but the episode where they was fighting with the dragons and they killed the Night King and all of that, that was one of the greatest pieces of TV I've ever watched.
When is this was the last one, right? Where the Night King and the Night King was going what's the boy name that was in a wheelchair? Forgot his name. But Shorty came out of nowhere and was trying to stab him. She dropped it
and caught it the other way and stabbed him. Was
that the ending?
No.
Oh, that wasn't the ending?
That's why I'm saying that one should have been. That one should have been the ending.
Damn, what was the ending then?
It was 2 more episodes after that.
Yeah, it was.
And they was bullshit. And that's why everybody was like, this what y'all gonna do? It was so many other things they could do. And one of the main things that they missed with Game of Thrones was that, and I'm not gonna say missed, it's probably they got their reasons, but it was that Jon Snow supposedly had the dragon blood in him.
Right.
And remember the one time they showed him touch it and it was cool with him. Y'all could have just let him ride out with the dragon and win the world that way. That whole ep when the dragon was burning the city down and when I want to say I can't remember her name, but the queen and the one arm ball.
Oh yeah.
In a pile of rubble.
Right.
All that shit was stupid.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
All that shit was stupid.
I didn't like that.
When Arya dropped the knife and caught main man up underneath and all that, that was all we needed.
Oh.
And before you go, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my God! I just remember that part.
The one thing they missed on that episode
was what?
They never let the Night Kings catch no wreck. They never rumbled. They was just big and bad and got killed with that one stab with Arya. They should have let them rumble. What was my man named something Worm?
Yeah.
And Tormund, the crazy redhead boy. They should have let him. I think it was Grey Worm.
Grey Worm.
They should have let him and Grey Worm catch some wreck with the 2 night horses that always on the horse.
That would have been crazy.
They should have let them rumble. And they could have been like getting a little bit over on them and just about to whoop them niggas' ass when she hit him with the sword. I was like, that was all that particular episode was missing. And then y'all could have wrapped Game of Thrones up for me.
Let me look. I was watching this. I remember watching it like it was yesterday. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. I got my tequila. I'm drinking. And I had no idea that was about to happen.
Right. Nobody did.
Even when she just jumped out of nowhere and he grabbed it, I still wasn't thinking that
She's about to bust this crazy move. That shit was epic. That shit was epic. And the whole shit about like Arya's story arc, that shit was some of the best shit ever.
Yeah. Because
that shit was
nobody saw that. Nobody saw her rise, and like with Franklin,
bro.
You know, we saw Franklin rise, but we didn't see that his downfall was gonna be like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? She started off like this, and now she.
Right.
I was
Right.
I see what you're saying. You know what? Because now I can't remember what the actual ending of that was.
Because that show we talking about was so fucking crazy. Like, I remember being, because this is the thing about me with Game of Thrones that I love. When we used to be down here, we was my new Philly, everybody around me was like, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So if you remember, the final season of Game of Thrones had this huge hiatus.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody was waiting.
Right.
So everybody was hyping it up when it was supposed to be coming back.
Right.
So I had tried. My son's mom, Knox's mom, biggest Game of Thrones fans, used to always be like, you gotta watch it, especially as a filmmaker, you should be into this.
Yeah, for sure.
I tried, I couldn't get into it.
Really?
Bro. Multiple times I couldn't get into it. So when everybody down here was like, Game of Thrones, this, Game of Thrones, I said, all right, I'm gonna force myself to watch season 1. I'm not gonna stop till I get through season 1.
Got you.
That shit had me like, by the time I got to the 3rd, 4th episode, I was hooked.
I ain't even gonna lie, Reed. That happened. It happened to me the same way.
I was hooked.
They was on season 3, and I'm like, why the fuck is everybody talking about Game of Thrones? And it was season 3, and I said, you know what? All right, let me see what the hype about. Because I'm the type like some people just be on some bandwagon shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One popular person say it's good, everybody gonna say it's good. And I was the same way. I swear it was episode 3. It was season 3, episode 1. I watched episode 1 of season 3. I was like, I don't know what the fuck going on. I said I had to start.
You had to go back.
And it was one weekend. I binge watched the whole season 1 and 2. And I was like,
same
you
way.
You know what?
And I was on like 5. I started watching before the final season came out.
Okay.
And I had like 2-3 months. I think it was airing in like April or something. And I picked it up in like January.
Yeah.
So every night when I got home, I'm just watching episodes till I fall asleep.
Right.
Every night, because it had me.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to catch up before the new season come, and I made it. My biggest thing that held me back from getting into Game of Thrones was I'm not Magic Ball. Like, I'm not really your
I got you.
dragons and potions and wizards. That don't really never did it for me.
So you didn't like Lords of the Rings?
I never watched it.
Lords
never
of the Rings
seen Lords
was
of the
good
Rings.
Never?
I never seen Harry Potter.
I'm not a Harry
that.
Potter boy.
Dragon Ball Z.
Nah.
I like things that are based in reality.
If you like Game of Thrones, I kind of think you would have liked Lords of the Rings. Harry Potter,
maybe
no.
One day I might check out.
Harry Potter,
maybe
no.
one day.
But Lords of the Rings was kind of on the same type time.
You black too, because it's Lord of the Rings. You keep adding that S.
What I say, Lords?
Black. Yeah.
I'm Lords of the Rings. Because it was one nigga. It was more than one. It was more than one nigga that was
Lords.
the Lord. That shit definitely say Lord.
That's what niggas do.
What the fuck?
We added
like
S,
like Jamaicans. Jamaicans add motherfucking letters that ain't even there and shit. But yeah, you right. No, but
what else, man, had crazy endings,
Is
man?
it the best endings?
Yeah, the things that you think was a dope ending or a bad one.
I think every fucking season finale or series finale of Ozark was.
Oh man, that's one to talk about. Ozark, that's my shit.
Yo, I don't even know who the writer is of that. But let me tell you something. I love, what's Jason Bateman? Is that his name?
Yeah.
That motherfucker. When we talk about actors and we talk about people that's versatile, the same way you feel about Jim Carrey, I'm gonna put Jason Bateman just underneath that Jim Carrey shit. And I ain't putting him underneath like real low. Like, he was funny as hell in Hancock. He funny as hell in Horrible Bosses. Everything he do, he's funny in. But you watch Ozark, you really like he shows so many different dynamics of his acting, but every last episode of Ozark was amazing.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
I can't.
And we sit there and we be like, especially the one like when they killed the fucking lawyer lady, the attorney. I did not see that coming.
None of us seen that coming.
What?
That show was crazy.
I said, yo, they killed it.
Now listen, the end of Ozark. Here's my gripe, right?
That's not the end though.
That
They
ain't
got
the end.
okay.
No, Ozark over. Ozark done. That was the finale of the whole Joan. But
You serious?
I'm serious, bro. Go. You mean do your grieving
Oh,
process?
now.
It was coming back.
Wait, for real?
It's a wrap. But listen, here's similar mistake to what I talked about on Snowfall. If you remember the detective dude that found the piggy bank doing John at the end with the ashes, he came in too ominous. And I felt like for Ozark, what they coulda, shoulda, woulda done, that would have been a fucking mind blow in true Ozark fashion. Because me and Tosh talked about this. We was like, that John ain't give the end that all the rest of the seasons gave. This where they made a mistake. The detective bull should have been...
Wait, the private eye bull?
The private eye bull.
Oh, all right,
the one that was at the end, he found a cookie jar.
Yeah.
He should have been a little younger and sexy. And he should have been fucking with Charlotte. And their gripe should have been, Charlotte, you gotta stay away from this guy. He's bad news, But he should have been cool as shit and likable. He should have been just a little too old for Charlotte, but not. And trying to be this detective that pulls this piece together.
Oh, you stirring the pot.
Right?
You stirring the pot
But
like a
now,
motherfucker.
at the end, right, he pops up. Got the cookie jar. He putting it all together. We hear that same click we heard. Click, click. When Jonah picked up the shotty.
Yeah.
But it's fucking Charlotte.
And who she shooting? The bull?
Him.
Who?
Because you got to think about it. That family always came back to sticking together. And Charlotte never caught no wreck.
She ain't never catch no
She
wreck.
never caught no wreck. But at that moment, when y'all was ending it anyway, y'all could have gave Charlotte that glory and made his character make sense.
I didn't know that was it though. I thought it was gonna be one more.
No, that should have wrapped. Cause see, we never.
Now I don't like it. Now I don't like it. I really thought it was more.
No,
Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, they really about to be the head of this shit now.
No, Ozark a rat. Unless they
sure?
unless they decide to bring it back. That was supposed to be the Ozark finale. That was supposed to be the Ozark
If
finale.
that was a finale, I ain't like it.
And that's part of what I'm saying. But imagine if we loved that detective bull. If we grew to like him. He was so ominous. He was damn near a nuisance.
Yeah.
So at the end, when he got killed, nobody gave a fuck. They failed at making us give a fuck that y'all was gonna kill him off. And we already seen Jonah catch wreck.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool to see Jonah was like still for the family. But if we heard that and it was Charlotte, and that was her dude, that shit would have got crazy.
Yo, man.
Because it would have made her just like her mom.
It would have made it just like her. And what's the mom name again? Oh,
Wendy.
Wendy. Her 360 change in this.
That shit was like Franklin.
It was just like Franklin. Like Wendy became so cold-blooded.
She was
out of
different.
nowhere. Like we didn't even see it coming. And it's like, I think we saw it, but we ain't paid attention. But when it happened, we was already invested. We was like, oh yeah. Wendy ain't no joke. And then the husband was like, he be going on like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Right.
Like we can't do
But
that.
you know what they did masterfully though? They always were both right.
Yep.
That shit was masterful storytelling.
Yeah.
They always
It's hard
were
to do
both
something like
right.
that, yeah.
Yes. And I loved it for that because they were great at showing you each person's side.
Yeah.
They were great at showing you each person's side.
Yo, these niggas both paid the therapist.
Shit was crazy.
The therapist pulled up in like a Lambo or something.
She was taking it too.
Yo,
All right. That's what y'all want to do?
All right, I'll take both of y'all money. 1 week he gonna be right, the next week she gonna be right. Yo, Ozark, and when we was talking about what we was talking about earlier, we can't put Ozark in that because I don't think nothing gonna top that.
No, we can't put Ozark.
We can't put Ozark in there because nothing, acting wise or writing wise, would top that. Y'all gonna know what we're talking about soon, but
and I hate to venture one out there. I don't know if you saw it, but did you see Mayor of Easttown?
What? What, the boy from Avengers?
Is it the boy from Avengers in there?
Yeah. You said Easttown or Kingstown? Which one?
Not Kingstown. Mayor of Easttown.
I ain't see that then.
So that's the one with what's the shorty that was in Titanic? The white shorty.
The girl who
that played Rose. I can't remember her name.
She in that?
Yeah.
What's this on though?
I think it was a HBO limited series. So
damn, it sounds familiar.
Here's the thing. If you haven't seen, and if y'all haven't seen, if anybody out there hasn't seen Mayor of Easttown, it's a great watch. You need to watch.
I am.
Mayor of Easttown. I'm not gonna give a spoiler because of you, but what I will say is it's a limited series. So it's not like we can't really put it in the Game of Thrones Ozark category
because there's only
just one season. So it's kind of like a long ass movie. I think it's like 8 or 10 episodes, but each episode is like an hour, maybe an hour plus. Mayor of Easttown, in my opinion, was the best ending that I did not see coming, and I needed to see in reverse to put it together, but it all made sense.
So when you say you need to see it in reverse, you watched it?
No, I'm saying like once I knew the ending and I was able to go back in my mind, like, damn, that was that. Why. Okay. She did that. He was over here. That was her.
Yeah.
Once I was able to do that, it all made sense. And what made it masterful was Mayor of Easttown was one of those shows, like you just mentioned, Ozark, with the endings of the seasons. Mm-hmm. Mayor of Easttown was one of those shows that the end of every episode spent your ass. You was like, what the fuck? How? Who? Next episode come on, you like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then for the ending to tie everything in and for you to be like, all that was that all this time?
Mayor of Easttown, what's that on though? Like, you said
I think it's an HBO limited series.
I need to. So have you seen Mayor of Kingston?
I have not. I have not.
So that's gonna be both our homework assignments.
And what you're saying is mayor, like the mayor of a city.
Yeah.
This one is Mayor because it's her name, M-A-R-E.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
her name.
M-A-E.
M-A-R-E of Easttown. And it's set in Delco.
Oh, no. But I seen this. I mean, I seen the trailers of it.
Yeah, that's your homework.
All right,
you
gotta watch it. Mayor of King.
All right, we're gonna do those. Don't tell me no more. I'm gonna spin us around, but I got you. Power. How do we like the ending of Power?
The first one?
Yeah, just the ghost Power. Very first Power.
I didn't like it, man.
I ain't like it either.
I ain't like it, man, because it had me at the edge of my seat, and then it was like, this? Like, we had Tasha. We had, what the fuck is that dirty-ass cop name, the white boy? Fuck.
He was a dirty cop.
What the fuck is it? He working with Method Man now. Damn.
I know you're talking about.
I can't think of the nigga's name.
I can't think of his name either.
All right, so you had him, you had Tasha, you had Tate. All of them was going to kill Ghost. Mm-hmm. Every last one of them was going to kill Ghost, right? And then Tariq is the one that ends up killing Ghost because he hates the way how his father is and was, and slowly but surely Tariq is becoming Ghost.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something about Power. It's gonna be an unpopular opinion.
It might not be.
I watched Power because everybody else was watching Power. Power to me is like, it's not my top nothing. Like, I think what Power did well was like the the allure of a lot of the same shit that we've seen repackaged and repurposed with different characters in different places that we hadn't seen them. A la, Lorenz Tate, and now they got Method Man, they had Mary J. All of those types of different things. Obviously, 50 Cent was in it for a certain time. I think Omari Hardwick did an amazing job as Ghost. I'll give you
Jesus
that.
Christ.
But I never watched Power and was like, whoa, this is dope. And I think Power for me was almost like, it had a cartoon feel to it. In the fact that, like, every season we got a new boss that they done away with easily. Yeah. These bosses was supposed to be the most treacherous.
Like, the way they got Lobos was crazy. The serpents was crazy.
Like, come on,
what
man.
What the fuck?
And then the joint where they breaking into a jail and all of that, Ghost breaking as the custodian and stuff. Yeah. It was just like, all right, now we at the point where it's just it's non-believable. It's not even unbelievable. It's non-believable.
It's like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it's
like this nigga Toretto will jump out of a plane onto a bridge and no parachute,
right?
And won't have a scratch,
right? A scratch.
Like, what is this nigga doing? Like, are we watching the Avengers or are we watching Fast 9? You know what I'm saying?
And
I felt the same way you felt. Though
they was in a million shootouts, and when we talking about shootouts, this is where Power lost me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I watched because I was so invested in the rest of the season. This is where Power lost me. You want to tell me where Power lost me? Power lost me when Tommy's going after, what's the white boy name? The little lawyer boy.
Proctor.
Proctor. Tommy's going after Proctor. He finds him at Ghost Place, shoots the whole floor out with a big ass gun.
Facts.
Murders the whole floor.
Facts.
Including Proctor. Not to mention the whole Power, Tommy a gun.
Yeah.
He's not to be fucked with. Proctor's cousin got it out for Tommy because you killed my cousin.
Yeah.
He knows how he killed the cousin. And he knows exactly who Tommy is.
Yep.
This does not stop him from going to Tommy's place of residence with a knife. Power lost me, bro.
Yeah.
You going to this man's house with a knife?
Yeah.
At least if y'all wanted to do the knife fight scene, he happened to run up on Tommy
by
accident, and that's all he got.
Right.
I'm not coming to your house with a knife, and you just shot a whole floor out with a big-ass Gatling gun.
I don't care if you was Steven Seagal with a butter knife. If you go to Tommy crib.
With a knife, my nigga. I was like, yo, how did this make it out the writer's room? Like, we serious? And they sold us him as a big bad goon. You sold us him as a big bad goon. He don't got a Desert Ease on him.
He had a knife. He had a knife,
bro.
Now look.
A pocket boy at that. It wasn't even a Rambo.
It wasn't even a Rambo joint. It was what Casey Ryback used in Under Siege. That is a Steven Seagal movie. That was his last resort. He ran out of bullets.
Ran out of everything.
He ran out of bullets. And bro, I got a fork. Let me kill you with a fork. You purposely came to Tommy Egan's house with a knife.
With a fucking knife, nigga. I don't even think that knife started with K. I think that was an N-I-F-E.
It was a knife. Nif. He came with a nif. He came to Tommy crib with a nif.
That's where Power lost me, man. So, unfortunately, Power's ending got to go down as one of the worst.
Yeah, no. I don't think Ghost should have died in what season was it? I mean, I get it. I understand where they was trying to go. Now Tyreek's about to go to college and stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, his own son killed him. I didn't.
That was along the theme of what Power was, though. So I didn't mind that Tyreek ended up.
I mean, I didn't mind it, but I just felt like the way everybody was going to kill Ghost.
Yeah. That's why I said it was cartoonish after a while.
The wife was going to kill him.
It was very and here's what I'll give them. This is another thing where they lost me. If you remember the one season Power had before the finale, they had the season where they was doing Everybody Life. Like everybody had a show.
Yeah.
That shit was thorough because they gave you other
I like
sides
that though. Right.
of what was happening to the same situation.
Kind of understood about Tommy and this relationship with his mom and stuff like that. So yeah,
I fucked with that. Except these niggas gave Paz an episode.
that was
Nut
crazy.
ass Paz.
They did. That was crazy.
Paz ain't need
That
an
was
episode,
crazy.
bro.
That was crazy. I forgot about that.
She ain't need no episode
At all.
And there was someone they left out. I can't remember who it was, but there was someone who didn't get an episode that easily shoulda, coulda, would have been the fucking Paz episode. When she's searching for what happened to Angela and all that. Like, come on, dog.
It was a lot of shootouts that was crazy.
They was all crazy.
That shootout with the serpents towards the end, and
it was a fucking cartoon at the end, bro.
It was. You hit that on the nose. It definitely felt Bugs Bunny-ish, Warner Brothers, like, all right, anything can fucking happen.
It got out of hand. So on that topic, before we get out of here, you said that we needed to do a.
We gotta do One Gotta Go.
We gotta do a One that gotta go. So the shows you gave me was Snowfall, Power, BMF, and The Chi.
If you want to throw one more on there, just for
go ahead. What you got?
I'm putting The Wire on there.
I mean, The Wire's not gonna get the gotta go.
The Wire ain't gonna get, or take The Wire off. And what was the joint before The Wire? The Corner? What was that?
The Corner kind of spawned into The Wire, but I don't think it's popular enough.
All right, well, we put The Wire.
You had to do something that was a little bit more popular. I'm trying to think of something that's along the lines of it that we could throw in there.
Oz might
be a little bit different and too old for people too. I fuck with Oz though. Oz ain't gonna get the boot.
Oz cannot get the boot.
That's what I'm saying.
Oz cannot get the boot.
So we gotta save because of
Oz,
The Wire and Oz and being at that time. We gotta save
we'll save
them
those two
and put them in their own.
We'll
pot
save those two because we'll put that in with The Sopranos and other shit.
Exactly.
Right. So you
got BMF, The Chi, Power, and Snowfall. Snowfall's got to be the number one show on that list.
Yeah, Power coming off.
Power is it for you?
Yeah, Power. Yeah, Power coming off. I wanted to take The Chi off, but I love the acting in The Chi. I just felt like we wasn't forced into that LGBTQ community with Power. I don't think we was forced with it.
We weren't. I think there was a few. But
what's the joint on right now with Mary J. Blige? What's that called?
That's one of the Powers.
Oh, that's Power.
Yeah, that's still Power.
Oh, they throwing that down.
Raising Kanan and all that. We'll talk about
so
those
that's
another
why
time. They mirror too much. They storylines mirror too much. I think you bring up something good with The Chi and Snowfall though. I think Damson Idris gotta win an Emmy off of Snowfall. I think he has to.
And Jerome, if he's up for like a supporting,
yes,
I swear to, oh my God,
yes.
He has to.
Him and Damson, and here's what I'll say. I think right now on any TV we talking about, I think Damson is far and away the leading actor in any vote that I would have to put out. I just think he. And for me, I would not have been saying this if not for that last episode.
Whew.
I think seeing him become what he became and staying Franklin but changing so much, I was wowed in that last 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it was in that joint. I was like, yo, this boy got
crazy
talent. And then you got to throw in the fact he not even from LA, he British.
That shit was crazy.
He British.
He said, what's up with your wife? Did she get rid of her best friend? I was like, yo, this nigga. That was the other side of Franklin.
Yes.
That wasn't Franklin Saint. That was the one who lost his way.
And he did it well.
And he did it so well. Real quick. Hold on, before I lose this. Who is a better actor to you? Damson or Daniel Kalula, whatever his name is, that did
I know who he is. Daniel's great. I'm not gonna take nothing from him, but he don't do nothing for me.
Really?
He don't do nothing for me. He don't move me in a way that's like I can't see myself being like they should get Daniel Kalula
But I think
to play this.
I think you're saying that because he hasn't got a role like a Snowfall, but
something long term
and
where we
that
can see him
he
grow
killed
like
that
that.
Judas shit though.
I only seen a little bit of that.
Oh my
so
God.
I can't, no I did the
Judas and the Judas and the Messiah.
Spike Lee. I did see that whole John. No, he was good in that. He British too, ain't he?
Yeah, that's why I
these-
asked you that.
These British actors, boy.
Yeah, they
doing their thing. Idris British.
British Mike.
They coming over here stealing these jobs.
Yeah, they killing us.
But yeah, I would go Damson if you gave me them. two.
Daniel Keefe. That's his name.
I know who you talking about.
Is that
but
his name?
It ain't Daniel. It's
something Keith.
Yeah, I
Something
know who you
Keith.
talking about. He was in.
Just made this shit up. He was in it too.
Yeah.
He was in it too. But he was in the joint with Idris too.
You talking about Lakeith Stanfield. Nigga just called him Daniel and put a Keyfield on him. But he's great too. But I like him better than Daniel Kalula.
I do too.
So
I
mean,
do too, because I hated him. I hated him.
Where the fuck was we going?
All right, but
before
here
you put them out?
we got the
four.
one must gotta go.
So I think the acting on The Chi for me, as a whole cast, is one of the best shows.
Yes.
As a whole cast.
Yeah.
I think nobody on Snowfall for me was ass. I fucks with Leon, fucks with Louis, fucks with the mom. Everybody can act. Teddy was amazing.
Teddy is amazing.
Teddy was amazing.
Teddy is amazing, yo. Oh my God.
I fuck with everybody, but
Even
I think,
Gustavo. Like I love Gustavo.
Yeah, Gustavo
I loved
was the
his
shit.
part.
Gustavo, and they had a lot of little small cameos that was the shit. Scully.
Scully.
He all that.
Scully, yo,
Man,
man.
I can't remember his name, but he be on he was an IG comedian for a while, but he played the bull that was very Louis. He had the hair.
Yeah.
I forget his real name.
Oh.
But he killed that role.
He killed that part. Damn.
I
I was
forget
just
his
looking
real
at something of him like earlier today too. What the hell is his name?
He be in a lot of commercials and all that type of stuff. But all right, I'm gonna give you mines.
Who gotta go?
BMF gotta go for me. I'm gonna keep power over BMF. I'm gonna keep power over BMF. And I'm gonna tell you why. I might not come back for BMF, bro. I might not come back for BMF. BMF for me is
The chick fucked it up for you.
which one?
Diddy girlfriend.
Carisha? No.
She fucked it up for you, didn't she?
No, Carisha ain't fuck it up for me. I'll tell you this.
Where my husband at?
When casting Carisha, you gotta put Carisha in a role that feels like Carisha, right? So I think they was going for they live in Atlanta, she got that Atlanta twang and all that, but y'all did that because it's Carisha, like let's be honest. But she ain't messed the show up for me. The thing that messes BMF up for me is almost every show for me seems like they untying the same knot. Almost every show.
Yeah, because I feel like the dad, Alton,
Mm-hmm.
was kind of the same as in BMF. Charles. Well, Charles was subjected to the warm titties on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with BMF for me, it don't give me like no episode or season yet has given me any. Damn, what's next? Damn, they did that. What? I gotta see. Like it ain't really give.
I agree with you.
I
though.
think they went too goony with Leon. Like, come on, man.
I agree.
Too goony.
I agree.
Nobody really this goony in the real world. And I understand it's TV, but it's ways to make people ominous without them just killing everything and not liking nobody and all that. Like every time we see them, like I can't. I be knowing what's coming with BMF.
I agree with you because when you say that about him, the first person I thought about was Omar, and Omar was going around killing people, but Omar wouldn't have killed that little boy. That look, he wouldn't just
Omar
stab
had-
that little
yeah,
boy like that.
Omar had honor.
Omar had honor, and he was killing for a purpose. Like it was a reason.
And he
you know what
popped
I'm
out the
saying?
shadows. Omar wasn't just I'm the big bad wolf. And everybody know where I'm at.
That wasn't him. That wasn't him. So I you know what? I understand why you say that now.
Yeah.
Because even in Power had me more at the edge of my seat than BMF. I think I'm more intrigued to BMF because BMF is a true story.
Well, it's true-ish.
It's true-ish.
They
Like not what they doing
like
is right. But the true story that the documentary that I did watch, I kind of understand
I
it a little bit.
watched the documentary, John.
So,
but the other thing with Power 2 is like, I mean, not Power, with BMF 2 is like, tell me who the best actor on there.
On BMF?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I would give it to the dad and the boy. What's his name? Leon?
It's got to be Leon.
Yeah, I'm giving it. But I love Charles though.
It's got to be Leon. But again, when you give it to Leon and then you think about what Leon's character is, it's like your best actor got a non-believable role. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else on that cast ass. Like ain't nobody else on that cast a lit actor.
No, the boy brother is the cop.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I give you that. Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I like B. Mickey though. I like B. Mickey, man. I don't know, something about him that it just is.
I like him. He's strong, but it ain't nobody on that John that I turn it on for. You know what I'm saying? Like where you get a John like Snowfall, I turn this show on for almost all of y'all.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
You turn the Shy on, I like a lot of these characters.
A lot of them.
You know what I'm saying? They BMF did a poor job with character texture. They did a poor job with tying in backstory. They just do a poor job and they just put the food on a plate and you supposed to eat it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not dressed up enough. Power did a great job at character texture, at least.
They did.
We at least boiled into some of these characters and fell in love with some of them.
A lot of them.
I don't love nobody on Power. I mean, on BMF. I don't love nobody. Anybody could die, and I'm not going to be like, damn, I don't know if I want to watch now. Anybody on Snowfall died, you was tied in, bro.
Listen.
I wouldn't want him to kill Scully.
When Jerome passed.
That was rough. And we knew it was coming.
That was tough.
It was rough.
That was tough, dog.
Ain't nobody on BMF like that, bro.
Yeah, that was tough. No, you're right, though.
Even Meech.
You're right. You're right, though.
And we know that's not going to happen because we know the story. Yeah. But I don't even feel like there's a way, and you talked about it on our last John when we was talking about your choices and giving characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Different things. And I know Meech just started acting for this role, so I'm not beating him down.
No,
I'm not.
No.
But there's a way to make a character like jump off the screen and into your living room, right? That can't be taught, right? That part about it is what you was talking about. You gotta, it's different choices, it's different things that this character does. It's different. Meech do the same thing every episode.
Yeah.
When he get mad the same way.
You're right.
Everything's the same. Yeah. And that's why, and I think a lot of those characters are that way. I think BMF is not even still a show if it wasn't a true story that people knew about was a thing, and that inquisitiveness.
And if 50 wasn't
I was about
involved.
To say times 50 being
involved. If 50 wasn't involved in that.
If that shit was just the Atlanta 50 boys, and it was a made-up story, it wouldn't survive.
And I like what you said about Meech, because when you said that about Meech, the first person I thought about on Power was Tommy. Tommy is the same person, but Tommy give you levels to Tommy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at Meech, I feel like I could say some of his lines. Because I just feel like, that's... And that's with him just starting out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Tommy was so captivating in a lot of stuff. Like, it was commercial, some shit.
Something just popped in my head. Don't let me forget. Go ahead.
All right, but it was commercial, but then you was like, no, they ain't gonna do that to Tommy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thorough thing about Tommy, though, is Tommy was a character.
Tommy was, there you go.
He was a
Bottom
character.
line, there you go. Omar was a character.
Omar was a character. Yeah. Only person on BMF that's a character is Leon.
Yep.
Like, nobody else jumps off that screen that's like, people gonna remember this performance or this name. Everybody know Omar from the Wire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to that, where we at, Ren? Because we rolling. All right. We 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Here's the show we should have put in that lineup.
Oh shit.
P-Valley.
So look, when I said the LGBTQ, I was thinking P-Valley, right?
Now, how do you like P-Valley?
So let me tell you something. I wasn't a fan of it
Okay.
because it was just I couldn't really watch some of the scenes. You know what I mean? But then I said, let me get past this.
Yeah.
I'm an actor. Let me get past it. P-Valley acting, top tier.
Notch.
Top tier.
Notch. And
the
thing I love about P-Valley is what we just touched on.
What?
Everybody's a character.
Everybody.
On P-Valley.
Everybody.
Everybody's a character. Only person on P-Valley can't act is Big Bone.
That's it. That's it. That's
Everybody else is a character, and I swear for the Lord,
Who I hate
if
the
Uncle
mom.
Clifton and Lil Murda don't get their desserts, like for leaving them off getting Emmy noms and all that type of stuff. I think one of them was nominated, but it's no way. Like, and I'm the same way. Like, obviously, I'm a straight guy. I support everybody, and whatever you do in the bedroom is what you do. I could care less. So, and me being a creator, I'm gonna watch everything, right? That doesn't mean that some things aren't uncomfortable for me to see.
It was really uncomfortable.
But the sex scenes wasn't uncomfortable for me.
It wasn't the sex scene. Like the kissing, I think the kissing part was a little uncomfortable for me.
I don't care. I could watch that stuff if the story, there's got to be a point to it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Got to make sense.
And I got past that.
I don't like the stuff that's like, this not really that good of a story, but if we throw some LGBTQ stuff, is it going to be that? Don't give me that.
Yeah.
But you give me a great story that's rooted in this, I'm locked in.
I can see why.
I love Uncle Clifford.
When Uncle Clifford and the bull
Uncle
got it
Clifford.
in, I was like, that episode made me not want to watch it no more, but I was like, I get it though.
Right.
Like, 'cause in real life, there are guys out there that is, I'm fighting. This is really where I want to do this, but I'm a gangster nigga too at the end of the day. And that made me look at it different. Like, I was like, what the fuck? but like your point was the story. The story
you're
was
watching a story about that, right? And as an actor and a creator yourself, I liked it because I'm like, yo, shout out to J. Alphonse.
Yes.
Because in real life, he's straight. He got
Straight,
a wife,
get him up.
the whole
Yep.
nine.
Yes.
And he took that role. I couldn't do it.
Nah, I couldn't.
I'm sorry. I couldn't do it because of who I am personally. And that's a limitation that I had.
And the bull from the Shy.
as an
I couldn't
actor.
do his part neither.
Which one was the Shy Ball?
The bull from the Shy.
yeah.
I can't do his part.
I couldn't do that either.
No, I can't do
But I'm gonna tell you the number one thing that I love about P-Valley before we get out of here. The jargon that the script is written in. The gems that they give within the dialogue, the way they say things, and the fact that what the fuck is it called? Where they at? Chuckalisa.
Yeah.
It's not a real place.
But
They make you
they
believe
make you feel like that shit
this
is.
thing exists.
Yeah.
Like, to create a world and to create a jargon and down to like Uncle Clifford with his rules and all of those types of things, it's amazing. Like, it's great television.
No, it is. It is.
And they better get another season.
They
'Cause
should.
I heard it was in topsy-turviness.
For real?
I heard it was in topsy-turviness, but you put Empower gonna lose it if we put it in.
Power out of there.
We get out of there.
Yeah, power out of there.
Yeah. That's a great John, man, and I hope it comes back. I love the story, the characters, the whole nine.
Yeah,
man.
P-Valley is top. P-Valley definitely top notch acting.
Yeah,
and top notch writing.
it is. It is.
Like you said, like you created a place where we feel like we are a part of it when it goes off. We get to talk about, like, you remember that you saw what happened in.
Yeah, and we talking about endings, so I do got to give my P-Valley some scrutiny, cause y'all done turned Big Bone into a ninja.
Yeah,
Had her whoop. It was Diamond, big ass.
Diamond. Oh my God.
That one. So before we get out, I'm gonna get my P Valley gripes. I told you I'm not big on the magic. So the whole 7 pounds of pressure, Joan, when he removed something out her back and the crystals and all, I wasn't with that, but I understood because again, that's that Chucalissa undertone with the you know, that stuff in the bayou with the voodoos and all of that they believe in. So I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Main man buried under the club or in the floor, whatever it's supposed to be. That was a little bit,
Yeah,
but
to the extreme.
I stomached it. But Big Bone whooping Diamond ass, that one was like, come on, y'all.
Let me tell you something before we got here.
Go ahead.
Because I wanted to say this to you, and I wanted this to make you mad. One of the fucking endings that I didn't like, it's a movie. It's from an actor you really love.
Oh, talk to me.
I Am Legend. I couldn't stand that motherfucking ending.
What remind me of the ending?
When the zombies,
I've seen this movie so many times.
The zombies was coming in.
He was just rumbling.
They was in the glass, and he let the girl go in a little tunnel thing, gave her the antidote with the blood, gave it to her.
Yeah, and then he
took the grenade or something and then killed all them.
All up.
Nigga, why you didn't go down there with the girl?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of them hero gotta go out and blaze of glory.
I hated that.
That's one of them.
I hated that, bro.
All right, we're gonna end the show on this.
I hated that.
There's one of my favorite movies. It's called Inception.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Inception.
Yes.
You had to.
I had to watch it 3 times to catch it.
So you know, there's a whole thing online, and when it came out of when that joint was spinning, they cut it. And they never showed it drop or not. So you remember in the movie when he spent it, he was spinning it to see if it kept spinning or it fell, and that's how he knew if he was dreaming.
Yeah.
So the movie ends with us not knowing if he was dreaming or awake. What do you think he was?
Ooh. I think he was awake.
I think he was awake too.
I think he was awake.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been a great show.
This was good. This was intense. This was intense.
It was.
This was intense.
The Actors Take 5, man. We got 5 shows in the book, Slat.
5 shows in the book, guys.
We gotta get some people on here to join us and talk about.
We're gonna get some actors. We're gonna get some. The next show, we're gonna have somebody. I guarantee. No, we're gonna have somebody.
We gotta get everybody. Actors, directors, filmmakers, writers. We gotta get some people on here and have some of these deep discussions with them, man. But as always, it's been a pleasure.
Always. You know how we do, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow us, subscribe to this channel.
You already know.
Yeah.
Come down to Potty Time, pottytime.com or at Potty Time Philly if you need to get a podcast done, man, or some content, whatever you need to get done. Kyrie
right
Terrell on Instagram and all the social medias.
I changed my name.
You changed it? Who you now?
I'm back to my original name, Idris Nephew. Follow me on Instagram.
There we go.
I changed my name.
There we go.
Yeah.
You had to, because his name was a pause. Actors Take, man. Take 5.
Take 5. We out.